Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about Java fundamentals. So when we come towards the Java fundamentals, we are going to discuss about fundamentals of OOPs followed by Java features, constants, variables, data types, operators, control statements and methods. So when we come towards the fundamentals of OOPs, the basic concepts involved in object-oriented programming are encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. These are all the very basic concept which we have to remember when we talk about the word OOP. The first and foremost one is encapsulation. The encapsulation is the mechanism that binds code and data together. So it is the way of binding the data and code into a single unit. The basis of the encapsulation is class. So now we can say what is class? A class defines the structure and behavior, that is the data and code that will be shared by set of objects. So encapsulation is the process of binding data and code into a single unit. The unit which holds the data and code is called as class. So the next one is inheritance. Inheritance is the concept by which one object acquires the properties and behavior of another object. We can say it is a way of deriving a new class from the existing class. That new class is called as child class and the existing class is called as parent class. We can say the existing class as parent class or superclass or base class, and the new class which is going to derive from the parent class is called as child class or subclass. So the purpose of inheritance is code reusability. And then the third concept is polymorphism. Polymorphism means more than one form. It is the word derived from Greek which means more than one form. There are two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and another one is a runtime polymorphism. As an example, the overloading is an example for compile time polymorphism and overriding is an example for a runtime polymorphism. So an ability to take more than one form is called as polymorphism. For example, if we go towards function overloading in C++, the function will be of same name. If it is add function, if I am going to give void add of int a comma int b and another one more function void add of float a comma float b, here the function name are same but they are differ by the arguments. That is, the add function takes more than one form. That is, in the first form it takes integer argument, in the second form it takes float arguments. That is called as an ability to take more than one form. So when we come towards the history of Java, the Java was developed in 1991 by the team of James Gosling from Sun Microsystem. In 1994, the Java supports the concept of web. So the language would be ideal for web browsers. So that the Java supports, in order to support web browser, the features of web technology has been also added with the new programming language. In 1995, a Netscape incorporated its latest version of Netscape browser, which was capable of running Java programs. So, as a foremost name of Java, the James Gosling and his team named the language as Oak. But after some time, they found that there was another language which was already exist in the name Oak. So that after many hours of trying to give the new name for this programming language, they went for coffee break and they found the name Java. The reason, the reason says Java is an island which is famous for coffee. So Java version history says JDK alpha and beta versions were released in 1995, followed by JDK 1.0 and 23rd Jan 1996. And when we see these various versions, and now the latest version says Java SE 14, which was released on March 2020. So when we come towards what is the speciality behind Java, the speciality says it is platform independent, which means that you can write the code once but debug anywhere, which means that the program in Java is compiled by the Java compiler as Java bytecode. The bytecode in turn gets into Java virtual machine, and the Java virtual machine converts the bytecode into executable code, so that the Java is becomes platform independent, which means that the platform says, so the platform independence, here we have to know what is mean by platform. The platform says the operating system and the architecture of the system. For example, when we come towards the language C, the integer consumes 2 bytes in some compilers. The same integer consumes 4 bytes in some compilers, because C is platform dependent, but Java is platform independent, which means that once the Java code is written in, for example, let us consider the particular Java program is written in Windows OS with 32-bit architecture system, the same program can be executed in 64-bit architecture system with the OS Linux also, which means that a code that is written once can be debugged or executed anywhere else. Anywhere means that it is platform independent. In any platform we can write the program of Java, and similarly the same program can be debugged or can be executed can in some other platform also. So the difference between a JDK, JRE, a JVM. The JVM means that Java, a virtual machine. It is an abstract machine, which means that it is a false machine. There is no more machine. It's not a hardware. We have to remember that JVM is not a hardware. It is an abstract machine. So it is called as virtual machine because it does not physically exist. It provides the runtime environment in which the Java bytecode can be executed. It can also run those programs which are written in other languages and that are compiled to Java bytecode. We have to remember JVM, JRE, JDK are platform dependent one because the configuration of operating system and architecture of the system is different from each other. But the Java is platform independent. JRE JRE means Java Runtime Environment. It can also be written as Java RTE. RTE means runtime environment. Java runtime environment is a set of software tools which are used for developing a Java application. We can simply say JVM plus set of libraries and other files which becomes JRE. So set of libraries plus other files with in addition to JVM is called as JRE, Java Runtime Environment. And JDK is Java Development Kit. It is a software developed environment which is used to develop the Java application and also Java applets. So we can simply say JVM plus set of files becomes JRE and JRE plus the set of development tools which becomes JDK. For example, JRE plus Java C or Java, here Java C is Java compiler and Java means Java interpreter. Java C is a compiler which converts your program into Java bytecode and Java is the interpreter which converts the Java bytecode into an executable code. Okay. In the next part, we will discuss the features of Java and other parts also. As a fundamental concept of OOPS, we have discussed encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. And also as a fundamentals of Java, we have discussed the Java history. In addition to that, we have discussed about JVM, JRE, and JDK. Let us discuss the further things in forthcoming videos. For more details, you can refer Java T point or Java tutorial point, etc. Because I have referred those websites to have a clear cut idea in Java programming. Thank you.